Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naisha if you're new here, and in today's video we are going to be doing a full face of subscription box makeup. So yes, everything on my face I've received in some sort of a subscription box or some sort of subscription box sale, flash sale, boxy pop-up, add-on, something. That's where everything on my face is from, and I'll try to remember to tell you exactly where everything came from. So again, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Naisha. I'm a mom of two. I'm obsessed with subscription boxes and makeup and beauty. I have Boxycharm, Boxylux, Boxy Premium, Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. Soon the Ipsy Glam Bag X is going to be here this week. Every now and then I throw in a Trend Mood box. We have the Try Beauty box. We also have Bijou Beauty box, which my next video is going to be talking about those boxes. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, lots of boxes, and I'm going to be trying another box. I think I'm going to try the Chic Beauty box, I think is what it's called next. So lots of boxes to go. I have a thing with boxes apparently. It is Boxy pop-up day. So if you don't know, Boxycharm is a makeup and beauty subscription service. I have tons and tons of unboxings on my channel. If you've never seen it before, I'll link my playlist down below if you can go check it out if you're interested in seeing all those previous boxes and the type of things that you'll be getting in the boxes and the value and the prices. I'll link my entire Is It Worth It playlist down below. So if you want to binge watch it, go right ahead. So like I mentioned before, today is Boxy pop-up at noon on Monday, February 8th. They are going to open up for their sale. It comes around every quarter, every 3 months, and you get products at 70, 80, 90% off retail. Usually I go in there, I'm creeping in there, and I'm looking for products that came in other boxes that I didn't get and I had my eye on and I really wanted, and you get really, really good prices. A lot of the things I'm going to be using today are a lot of add-ons, like things that I went in and I was like, I want that, and I bought it, as well as some things that I received in the box and I haven't tried before and I really wanted to try it out. I mean, as you can tell, I think I was pretty successful with all the things that I used today. There were a couple and we'll talk about that at the end. Yeah, so if you're interested in seeing how I came up with this look with all subscription box makeup, let's figure out, is it any good? Did I struggle? Was it easy? Let's see. Okay, so as usual, we're going to start off with brows. I'm going to start with this Wonder Beauty Frame Your Face Micro Brow Pencil that I got in my last Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. Always start with the brows. Well, I do for the most part anyway. So it's one of those tiny eyebrow pencils. So I'm just going to use that to outline my brow. Okay, and to fill it in, I'm going to use my Benefit Ka-Brow in number 5. I honestly cannot recall ever getting a brow gel in my subscription boxes, or just I can find one that I still have. So the only thing, we got the $1 Billion Brows, but I didn't get a gel. And I think I had the Real Her one, but I finished that. So just going to use the Gimme Brow to fill my brows in. Okay, so that's the brows done, well, for now. And now I'm going to clean up under the brow and we can start on the eyes. Okay, so I cleaned up under the brows. Now I'm finally going to be trying this Alamar Cosmetics Pero Primero Primer that I got in Boxy Pop-Up. I've been hearing a lot of things. It's very polarizing. Some people love it, some people hate it. Just put a little bit on the back of my hand and I'm just going to tap it onto my eyelids. So we shall see. Okay, so the comments I've been hearing about this is that it's very, very sticky, and it really is very sticky. It's even hard for me to blend out with my finger. Like I'm trying to blend it out so it could be like smooth, and it really feels very, very sticky under my finger. And it isn't blending all the way out. It basically looks patchy, so we shall see how this works with the eyeshadow. For eyeshadows today, we're going to go in with the OPV Beauty Spotlight palette. I think I paid like $7, $8, or $9 for this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful palette. As you can see, I'm wearing a burgundy shirt, so you could already know where we're going to go with this. Okay, so I'm going to go right in with this color, right into the crease. I'm actually going to pack it into my crease. Okay, so that is a beautiful color. You see I've packed it on. I haven't really blended anything yet, so I really don't even know if anything could blend on top of this color, which I think is the main problem on this primer. Now I'm going to go in with a pretty small blending brush, and I'm going to actually mix these two colors together and blend out the edge of Star. Next, I'm going to take a fluffier blending brush with just Glimmer and blend that all out. Okay, so we got a good blend going right now, so I'm going to deepen this up even more. I'm going to go into my outer V with a Dazzle Night. Just dark brown, see if that gives me the depth that I'm looking for. If not, I'm going to go into the black. I'm going to mix the Dazzle Night and the black exposure to give me a little bit more depth. Okay, now that we have a good little blend going there, I'm going to get the other edge of this point and cut the crease, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I said I was going to go cut the crease, but I went ahead and did this eye, and we have a nice little sunset blend going. But instead of cutting the crease, I'm going to use this Hot Mess Rockins Cosmetic Green Glitter Gel Eye Pen. I got this trio in one of my Boxycharms. I'm going to use this to cut the crease and use it as a base for the shimmers we're going to put on top, since I'm going to go with green on the lids. These are very good pigments in that, you know, it's good for doing this, like cutting the crease. I love using it as a base for my shimmers, but even though it's a pencil, it's not very precise. So I'm not going to get like a super sharp cut crease. I might have to go on a brush later, but it gives really good pigment to cut the crease. The problem is, as on its own, like as a shadow just to put all over the lid, I found that it was creasing a lot, so I wouldn't use it as that, but as perfect as a base. Okay, now we're going to put down our lid colors, and I'm going to go in with these two greens right here. So I'm going to put this one first. This is Uplighting, and this one seems to be like a duochrome with green, and you see a little bit of burgundy right there. So we're going to go with that one first. And I'm going to tap it right over the top of that green base. Okay, that green is very close to the green that we put down as a base, and you can still see some of the sparkles of the base coming through, which I really like. Then I'm going to go in with Sparkle, which is a darker green right next to it. Okay, then we're going to go in with the black right here on the outer V next to the green shimmer, giving a little bit of a smoky liner effect. Just right here on the lower edge of the lid. Then I'm going to mix the black with Dazzle Night and connect the green here in the outer V. Okay, and now for the fun part. I went out and cleaned up the eyes a little bit. I'll blend it out in a little bit. But first, let's talk about these eyelashes. I'm finally going to use the Glamnetic Bella Magnetic Lashes. It comes with the magnetic liner and the lashes. The lashes are in the style Bella. We're going to read the instructions. Okay, so you guys know my foray into magnetic lashes have not been great. But a lot of people are swearing by these magnetic lashes, so we're going to try it. Yeah, so I don't like using these types of liners to make my wing, just in case it's difficult to remove. So I'm literally just gonna go line right across the top of my lashes. The lashes don't look too unnecessarily long, so for my eyes, I have pretty big eyes. It should fit on my lid really nice. So I'm just gonna go across the top, with the liner. We get a nice brush tip. So pray for me on this one, guys. Pray. Because they usually don't turn out that great. Okay, so that's the one coat. It's nice, it's pigmented, it's very black. It doesn't say if it needs to have one coat or two to make things safe. I'm just gonna go with another layer right on top. Then we'll let it dry. And then we shall place the lash. Alright, we'll give it a minute to dry down. And we shall see. Alright, so I just picked up the lash, and just like the others, you can see it has like the little magnets on it. So here goes nothing. Okay, the lashes are on. I'm just like moving it back and forth. It is literally on there. It's on. That was easy. And it's dry, I don't feel any stickiness. Okay, this one actually worked. Wow. Okay, so here we have both lashes on. I mean, they are on. I'm not gonna try to pull them and tug them like other people do, but these things are on. And it was actually really, really easy. Almost like using the Kiss Lash Glue liner, like one of those liner glues. It went on really easy. I'm actually pretty impressed. All right, let's move on to the face. For primer, as usual, I'm going to go in with two primers. I'm going to use the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. Got this in an Ipsy bag, and then my Farsali Skin Tone Blur right in the T-zone. And I got this in Boxy Pop-Up. I actually really like this watermelon hydrating primer. It's not as sticky, but it reminds me of the e.l.f. watermelon primer, which I really, really like. This goes on a little bit more watery, but it dries down just as sticky. And then right in the T-zone, we learned that we have to shake this up. I'm gonna go with the Farsali, just right here. This one is supposed to help to blur the skin, fill in the pores, all these great things that I need right in here. Nice and moisturized, I like it. For foundation, I've been dying to use this. This is the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. I got number 7. Let's shake it up a little bit because it's an oil. I'm sure it's separated. And you hear a little thingy in there. So you definitely gotta shake that up first. Shake well before applying. So I really wanted number 8, but by the time I went in to make my choice, number 8 was sold out. So I have number 7, which might be a little bit too light. But I'm thinking because this is a face oil, that it doesn't have too much coverage. And the color should be able to cover a couple skin tones. So let's hope and pray. Put a little bit on the back of my hand. Yeah, it's too light, but we'll make it work. And I'm going to be using my Morphe sponge. I think this is called like the contour sponge. Really, really like this. This foundation, this tinted oil is obviously very, very runny because it's an oil. So I'm just going to go little by little. I'm going to put some here and blend it in with the sponge. Okay, the shade is definitely off. I definitely would have been better off with 8. But in terms of finish on the skin, it looks really pretty for light coverage. My skin looks pretty smooth. Okay, so now this is it blended out. I'm back. You might see a couple different changes. I finally put my earrings on because I forgot about those. And I actually went and got something to eat. So I've been wearing this for a good hour. just like this for a good hour around the house. And it is very, very light coverage. The color is not horrible. It does make me look a little bit ashy. You know, if you look at my shoulder or whatever, it looks fine. Just I would have preferred the darker color. It's very, very, very light coverage. There's barely anything on my face. It really just looks like I'm wearing like a tinted moisturizer. It's an oil. So, I mean, it's fine. Not my favorite. I prefer something with a little bit more coverage. Surprisingly, for wearing it for an hour and this being an oil, I don't see, like, I'm not oily, or, you know, my oils aren't like breaking through. It really just looks like my skin. So I still don't get the hype. Maybe I'll get the hype once it's all finished. To help with the color though, I'm gonna go in with the Item Beauty Air Hug Concealer in 11 Dark Warm Golden. I got this in my Ipsy bag. Item Beauty is by Addison Rae, that famous TikTok girl. Are you guys on TikTok? If you're on TikTok, follow me. My link is down below. And this is really a concealer, but it's too dark for me to use under my eyes. So I'm just gonna add a little bit on my face to give me a little bit more coverage and to warm up this color a little bit, because it does feel a little ashy to me. And then we're gonna blend this in so you can see, give my skin a little bit more warmth, which I prefer. It looks orange on camera, but it's not orange, I promise you. Okay, so this is the Air Hug Concealer blended out. It's giving me a lot more coverage, but now it's going in the opposite direction, and now it's a little bit too warm. But you know, the concealer that we put on top is going to help fix that problem. For concealer, I'm going to go in with this Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Golden. So we're going to highlight the usual places. And before I blend it out, we're going to go in with cream contour. This is the Pure Cameo Contour Dual-Ended Contour Foundation in Dark. I got this in Boxy Pop-Up last year. I really like this, although it's pretty dark. Once you go in light-handed, it blends out nicely. See, it seems pretty dark, but once you blend it out, it gives you that really nice contour color right in here. Okay, so then we have most of the contour blended out. I'm going to blend out the concealer with my Morphe sponge. I really like this concealer. It's nice and brightening. Gives really good coverage, blends out nicely. Alright, so this is everything blended out, and so far so good actually. Everything is blending out nicely. No harsh lines, that's how we like it. For setting powder, I'm going to go in with the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. And I believe this is only one color. I'm looking at this and it says that the lifespan of this is only 6 months, which is pretty interesting. So I'm going to go in with the sponge and set the under eye area. I love this powder. It is so finely milled, and you can see it literally just melts into your skin. Look at that. Just melted right in. The only thing is, and it's not a problem, is that this is supposed to have a cooling effect. But I guess when I got it from Boxycharm, I didn't use it for a while. Probably like a year, maybe. So by the time I finally started using it, it had lost all of the cooling effect. But also I was mad because it's a beautiful powder. Sets the skin so beautifully, no white cast. Look, it melts right into the skin. Very little to dust away, if anything at all. Love this powder. And then to go ahead and set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Cover FX blotting powder in Deep. This is actually quite deep for me, so I'm just very lightly just gonna dust it on my face while removing the excess Becca powder. Okay, so far the skin is looking good. For bronzer and highlight, we're going to go into the Morphe Highlight and Contour Palette, the 8H. I got this in Ipsy. I got this in my Ipsy bag. So I'm going to use this to bronze. And this one to highlight. This bronzer is pretty warm, but it's actually really nice. It's nice that there's pigment for a little bit of a deeper skin tone. And I'm going to go into Debutante to contour my nose. Let's give it a little bit of a shape. I'm going to highlight with this Alamar Cosmetics brightening brush. I'm going to go into Venus. That's a nice highlight. I think I used this when I used this palette. I think this was the same highlight I used. It's the one that my eye is drawn to. And for blush, I haven't used this in so long. The Alamar Cosmetics Color It Blush Trio that we got a while ago. Look at this. I hit pan on a blush. Absolutely love this blush. I was using this as my everyday blush for so long. When I had to go into work and go into the office, this was my jam. And I haven't used it in a while. So we're going to use it today. Use a Smashbox brush and get all up in there. It's so pretty. Now I remember why I love this so much. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, now I'm just going to dust all over the face. Mesh everything together. And to set, I'm going to use the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. Got this in Boxy Pop-Up. Smells so good and fruity and refreshing. Okay, so this is what we have so far with the complexion. Looking good. Nice, smooth. I don't know if it's the face oil or the concealer or the primers, but everything is working together really good so far. Usually when I'm just throwing a bunch of different things together, it doesn't always work out, but so far it's working out. We're actually gonna have a good makeup day today. Well, I'm not going anywhere as usual, and it's Super Bowl. I'm not watching the game. It's going on. My husband's watching it, so I guess I'll be hanging out in the living room looking like this. First, I'm going to take this darker brown, put this right close to the lower lash line. Then I'm going to blend it out with this beautiful pinky burgundy color. Then we're going to blend it all out with this orangey color glimmer. And then we're going to go back and connect it out here and blend out here so it doesn't look as harsh. For inner corner highlight, we're going to go in with this light blue. And then the brow bone, I'm going to go in with this gold color here called Exhibit. Okay, now to set the brow, I'm going to go in with the Wonder Beauty. Oh my god, this thing is so tiny. Frame Your Face Precise Brow Gel in Clear. It is so tiny. It's not good for my 41-year-old eyes. It's a super tiny brush. I'm going to brush that through. Help keep those hairs in place. For mascara, we're going to be using the Beauty For Real High Def Mascara in Just Black. I love that it has like a super small brush. And to line the inner rim of my eye, I'm going to go in with this Appeal Gel Liner in Forest Green. Okay, for our lips, first I'm going to go in with this Iman Perfect, well, this is an eye pencil in Nutbush, but I use it for my lips. Then we're going to go in with the Ofra Cosmetics liquid, long-lasting liquid lipstick in Verona. I actually have two of these now because I got one in my Ofra mystery bag from my Black Friday unboxing. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it below so you can see all the other Ofra goodies that I got. And since I have an extra Verona, I'm probably going to throw that into a giveaway. I really do love this color. It's like a perfect nude for me. And Ofra's liquid lipsticks are actually really comfortable. Yes, they do dry down matte, but I've never had any issues with them. Look at how beautiful this color is. It's perfect. And then to go over top, I'm going to go in with the Alamar Cosmetics Las Denudas lip gloss in Coqueta. Just goes perfectly with the Verona liquid lipstick. This lip gloss is pretty pigmented. It can't stand up by its own. But if you want it to last a little bit longer, you put it over a liquid lipstick like this. Alright, so here we have the finished look. Let me know what you think down in the comments about all the products that I used today. I think I did a pretty good job of picking out what went together with this look. The only things to note is the face oil. You know, it's just basically like a tinted moisturizer. It wasn't as oily as I thought it was going to be. I wish I got the shade 8 instead of 7, so I might see if they have it in pop-up at a really good price so I can get that one. Probably gonna have to declutter this one because it really didn't work for me. Like I said, sitting around eating, it didn't break up. It just looked like my skin was nice and moisturized. So I get it. It's pretty nice. Just, you know, not as amazing as it was hyped up to be. The OPV Spotlight palette, absolutely love this. The colors went on beautifully, nice, pigmented, blended very well. Even on top of the Pero Primero primer, which was very, very sticky, but I didn't have any issues blending out the shadows on top of it. As you can see, like I started to pack it in first and then I blended it, so maybe that was a difference. The colors do look nice and vibrant. Nothing is creasing. I've probably been wearing this eyeshadow for about 2 hours now, and everything looks really nice, smooth, pigmented. So I think the primer is working really well. The eyeshadow palette is really nice. Even with on my lid where I have the Rockins pencil and then the eyeshadow on top of it is working really nicely. It's not creasing, because this on its own creases really badly, and you do see some of the sparkles from it come through, which I think gives it a more also a glam look. The only other thing that I would mention, because really everything else really worked really nicely, my contour, the Morphe palette worked really nice. My blush, that's my favorite. That was one of my favorite blushes. Absolutely love it. I look beautiful and rosy. The only other thing I would like to mention or talk about is these eyelashes. So I remember when I talked about it when I picked it up, when I got it in my box, a lot of people were saying that they wanted to, you know, see it being used and hear my opinion on it. And my opinion is as follows. I am still not convinced about the whole magnetic eyelash thing. This one was a lot easier than most, but I'm still not convinced that it's better or easier than just using regular glue and eyelashes. I understand when people are saying that, you know, when you're removing the magnetic eyelashes, maybe it's better for your eyelashes because you're not destroying like your eyelashes. But the liner is very thick and almost like glue. Right now, some of the eyeliner are on my actual lashes and it's very, very thick and gummed up. Like when I was putting on the mascara, I was feeling it tugging through my eyelashes because the liner is on there and it's almost like glue. The liner also feels a little bit sticky, so I don't know if it's really magnetized or if it's glue. And then even though it's easy to remove these lashes because it's magnets and not a glue, the actual liner itself, like in the removal process, it says that you have to use oil to remove it. So I really don't see it being easier than using regular glue. I think what people need to learn, I mean, some people just need to learn how to use regular glue, how to remove it so it doesn't damage their eyelashes. But I think in terms of damage, in terms of ease of use, in terms of look, I still prefer a regular glue and my lashes. Still not sold on the whole magnetic eyeliner lash thing. This is beautiful. It's the easiest one I've used, don't get me wrong. And then also the liner and lash from Glamnetic. I'll have to check their actual website, but based on the value that Boxycharm had put on this, it was a value of $60 for one pair of lashes and a bottle of liner glue. Hell no. Definitely not worth it. For that price, it needs to apply itself. But yeah, other than that, everything that I used today, I really did enjoy. The only is the oil and the lashes. I'm still not sold on. But other than that, everything else turned out really beautiful. Nice, sultry, sexy look to sit on the couch and watch the rest of the Super Bowl. So let me know down in the comments, are you going to shop today's Boxy pop-up? What are the things that you have? What are the things that you're eyeing? I'm eyeing a couple of things, you know, we'll see. You'll probably see a haul if I got anything. Yeah, again, if you're interested in signing up for Boxycharm, the link is down below, as well as a code for you to get some freebies. And that is it, guys. So this week is going to be chock full of stuff because I have a lot of unboxings and I have a lot of other videos planned. Fingers crossed that this time it actually goes as planned. And if so, I will see you guys in another video really, really soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.